All right, y'all, what is up? It is me, it is Jersey Cat. Making this intro real quick because I keep forgetting to do my intros before we go fishing that day. We are out here, it's early morning, it's 7:30ish. The sun ain't quite up yet, but we are fishing with live bait yet again today. But I'm doing things a little different. I know I can go right to a certain spot and catch a whole bunch of fish, and so does everybody else. And it's been the British Navy in that particular area every weekend for the last couple weeks. And you know, I mean, there is a certain amount of pride when you lead the pack and go find your own fish. So that's what we're gonna try to do today. I'm gonna give it a few hours. We're gonna hunt around some other areas that I found fish this time of year in years past. And I mean, there's been fish in this area this year too, but you know, I really haven't been in this area yet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit these areas. We're gonna try to find some fish away from the pack and enjoy ourselves instead of, you know, wrangling around and, you know, dodging and weaving and bobbing and booping and beeping. You know, I don't want to deal with none of that. That's one of the reasons why I like fishing at night so much, so I don't have to deal with other boaters. So we're gonna sacrifice numbers and hopefully we'll find some quality and some peace of mind and some quiet areas with less boat traffic. So that's what we're gunning for today. A couple hours goes by, if we don't get a fish, I guess we'll go hang out with all our friends. But actually I just heard one bust just now, so it's a good sign, right? But anywho, stay tuned. We're gonna get some lines out when the light sun comes up. I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, folks, here's what it is. We have pulled over lots of fish so far today. We ain't got lots of bites. We've been pulling this area for an hour and 12 minutes now. We've got herring out there. We've got gizzard shad. We've got small shiners to match the hash for the threadfin. We had that one pull down and that was it. So I don't know what to say. I'm gonna pull over this deep water here and see what happens. Because there's like two veins here. There's one that goes off that way and one that goes off that way. And they're both about 70, 80 foot. And usually the fish are in the other one. But some of those fish that we've seen busting seem to have been heading out this way. So I don't know, we'll see. All I know is I don't want to have to go fish where everybody else is at, you know? There's a certain amount of pride that comes with finding your own fish away from the crowds, you know what I mean? So that's what we're gunning for here. All right, now see, we have something here that we didn't really have at the back there. There's a bunch of bait over here, so. That's a good sign. That's one thing that we didn't have back there was a ton of bait. We've got it here in spades. Alright, we are hooked up. He's an angry fish too. Let me just get you down the trees. Still ripping. I think we're just about to reel them up too. Got a lot of fight. See, the problem is the longer the fight goes on, the more chances for that leader to break, for that hook to waller out, for my trolling motor to start acting stupid. here. Stay out of my trolling motor, buddy. Stay out of my trolling motor. That's a good one. Yeah! Got him! All right. Yes! Barely hooked. That hook was fixing to come out sooner than later. Boom! Look at that one, huh? Yeah. All right, how long are you, pal? He is 30 inches. 30 incher. Boom! All right, we got our mics on. Holy moly! Look at all the fish under us. Holy crap! Come on, man. If you ain't getting bit with all that, I don't know what to tell you. All right, we got fish blowing up around us now too. Oh. We're hooked up, hooked up. Double. That one seems much bigger. That one seems a lot bigger. Come on. Come on. He come off. Dang. That was a good fish. Come here. Come on.
A couple weeks ago. That's great.
Boom!
Sucks.
All right, y'all. It's me. It is Jersey Cat. I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm sorry it was as short as it was. I know some guys like the longer format videos, but unfortunately that day it was raining off and on pretty heavily at times, and I had to do more than just put plastic over the camera a few times. I had to put the camera and all the wires away to keep from shorting out my, my USB cords, because I keep my camera running off of a main AGM motorcycle battery, so I don't have to worry about changing batteries and all that stuff. And there was a couple times I had to batten down the hatches and put all electronics away. So unfortunately, we're missing a lot of footage from that day, and it was just, it was just a mess. Sometimes when I did have the plastic over it, you could barely see what was going on. So, you know, this is what it is for this video, unfortunately. But, yeah, there's not going to be any fishing this weekend. We didn't go fishing. I had a children's birthday party to go to today. The cold front's moving in. It's windy, it's rainy, it's sloppy. So there's no fishing this weekend. Next weekend, we are fishing a moderately sized tournament on the lake. It's a memorial tournament for a fallen fisherman who died a few years back. And I've been preparing heavily for this particular fishing tournament because, you know, I want to do good. I want my name on that trophy, dang it. Because every winner, every year, gets their name on a plaque on this big, you know, Stanley Cup type trophy. So I want my name on that cup. I don't know. But yeah, that was it. That's the end of this fishing video. Sorry guys, I wish I had more to show you, but it was some pretty good action there in the morning when we did come over top of the fish. But the key that I noticed that morning was if you found a fish, you weren't getting bites. If you found a fish near bait, you got bit. Obviously, you know, if the fish are relating to bait, they're feeding. If the fish are by themselves, sometimes they're feeding, sometimes they're not. But this morning, those fish that were neutral, they didn't want to know nothing. But the fish that were within range of the bait, they were pretty hot to trot when it came to biting. So there was lots of moments of anticipation followed by, what happened? Why didn't we get bit? We just passed over 60 fish. Where did the bite go, you know? So unfortunately, that's how it goes with striper fishing. Sometimes you can go over top of a mass of stripers like you've never seen before, and you can't get one of them to bite. And then sometimes you can go over and you can't get them to bite. You go over them 2 or 3 more times, and then one bites, and then he fires up 3 or 4 more fish, and then you get a huge flurry of action, and then it's dead again. That's striper fishing. And then sometimes you stay over top of those fish all morning, and those fish just keep going and going and going, and you're catching fish after fish after fish after fish after fish. I went out there on Lake Lanier sometimes out with 4 or 5 dozen herring, and you're out of bait by 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. And that's no joke. That's the truth. Hopefully I can get one of those days on camera sooner than later. I think y'all would enjoy that. I would enjoy that. So, but till then, you know, stay tuned. Like I said, I'm going to try to film for the tournament that's coming up. I actually have a co-captain that's going to be fishing with me on my boat, a friend of mine named Paul. Y'all meet him for the first time. He's actually the one that does the Fish North Georgia podcast that I've been on, and actually I'm going to be on next week. So, yeah, stay tuned for that too. I'm going to be on the Fish North Georgia podcast next week. I think it starts at 8 p.m. I don't know. Just look up Fish North Georgia podcast. You'll find it. It'll be on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it starts at 7 or 8. I'll do it on the community tab on YouTube. But until then, I'm blabbing what I do. Y'all take care. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you get time, stop by and check out our sponsor, CaptainMax.com. The planer, boards, rigs, and everything that we're using in these videos are available on his website, CaptainMax.com. He's a great guy, nice guy. Actually, I have some projects coming up with him as well in the very near future. And stay tuned for that as well. If you liked the video, subscribe. If you want to see more, you know, leave a comment. What you want to see. If you got questions, ask. Leave a comment. And I'll try to answer them in future videos because a lot of guys have been having questions about how I'm doing things and what I'm doing while I'm out there. And, you know, for me, when I'm in fishing mode, it's hard for me to think to, like, go over details of what I'm doing while I'm doing it. But I'm going to try moving forward to be better at giving you information about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, where I'm doing it at, what I'm looking for before I decide to put my lines out in that area. So, you know, stay tuned for all that. So, till then, like, subscribe, leave a comment. You know the whole deal. If you don't want to do any of those things, you don't have to do any of those things. You know, this is just for fun. But, you know, we are trending upwards, which is pretty cool, you know. Makes me feel pretty good. I'm glad my channel's growing. And that's because of y'all. So, you know, give yourselves a pat on the back. I'll give myself a pat on the back, too. Why not? So, until then, next time, I'll see y'all later. Take care.